Alfie the clever, astute and shrewd, tricked a pony with lots of food. Slow and steady they climbed the hill, for the cunning pony wanted its fill. Through crafty tricks Alfie's plan did hatch, but in the quick-witted pony he'd met his match. Clever Alfie Meets His Match by Teddy Snuggletail for comfy corner time. Listen very carefully. The question for this story is, was Alfie the cleverest? Answers at the end. Good luck! Blackberries and apples to the brim, his mother said, pointing at the 2 buckets. Who knew making scrumptious, sticky, jammy jelly was so much hard work? Moaned Alfie. Buckets full, he struggled on towards home like a brave little soldier, feet throbbing, brow dripping. Oh, how he grumbled! The thought of that scrumptious slice of sweet, fruity toast drove him round the bend. Literally. "Oh no!" he protested. "Not another hill!" The heavy bucket slipped from his achy fingers. Thud. Through a fence he noticed a curious set of big brown eyes. "What are you looking at?" blubbered Alfie, throwing his arms up in hot frustration. But the dirty little grey pony didn't move. It stood fast, staring with hungry eyes at Alfie's fruit-filled buckets. Alfie eyed the humongous hill ahead, then the pony, then the hill, and then the pony again. As if by magic, an idea began to form in his clever little head. Taking 3 steps forward, he glanced back with an expectant air, but the pony didn't follow. Thought Alfie, rubbing his chin. Time for plan B. With an arm extended to full reach and a palm flat, he presented a mouth-watering apple. Bingo! A happy little pony trotted up, snickering with joy. Aha! mused the triumphant Alfie, with a cunning smile. But Alfie had 2 buckets, and he couldn't very well ask the pony to carry one in its mouth. He'd gobble it all up. He thought again. What can I use to seat them on its back? I know, he declared, removing the belt from his oversized hand-me-down trousers. The brilliant Alfie looped the leathery strap through the bucket handles. Now, with trousers falling down, he shuffled over and plopped the buckets onto the pony's back. There! Perfect! He announced with pride. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get up this hill. But the pony didn't follow. Instead, it spun around and around in a never-ending circle, trying in desperation to grab at the juicy fruit. Oh, huffed an understanding Alfie. So that's it, eh? OK, have it your own way. Scruffing his trousers in one hand so as not to fall over, Alfie filled the other with blackberries. Every time the pony took a step, he rewarded it with a treat. Simple. This might actually work. He giggled with a devious grin. Alfie felt very clever indeed. Step after step, blackberry after apple, over and over again, the scruffy boy and the cunning pony plodded with leisure up the field. "Gosh," groaned Alfie to his new friend, "this is a terribly long climb. Imagine if I were carrying those heavy buckets too." After what felt like an endless slog, the two funny-looking characters crested the hilltop. Reaching over, the exhausted little boy lifted the buckets off the pony's back. "Caw, these don't feel half as heavy as they did before. Giving my arms a rest has done me the world of good," reflected Alfie. His purple-mouthed, slobbering assistant watched on with twinkling eyes. At that moment, a sinking feeling of realization washed over Alfie. The buckets were no longer brimming with fruit. In fact, they were all but empty. "Ah, no!" he whined, flopping down in the long grass. Where had it all gone wrong? A soft, slobbery purple muzzle snuffled and snuzzled him. "Stop it!" Alfie squealed, pushing a wet tongue out of his ear. "Yes, okay, you win," laughed Alfie. "I may have lost my fruit, but I've certainly met my match." United in mischief, the clever boy and the crafty pony lay back in the long cool grass, munching on the remaining fruits of their labours. "At least the buckets will be easy to carry home," Alfie remarked. Necessity may spark a canny flame, but it's the rumble of bellies that plays the cleverest game. Have you been listening carefully? Do you know if Alfie was the cleverest? Yes, that's right. Alfie wasn't. He was outsmarted by a little Shetland pony. Well done! Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. If you've enjoyed today's story, why don't you hang around? Pop over to the channel where you'll find many more exciting stories waiting just for you. Bye-bye!